Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, 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 oh. See you smug, toast it up. No, I ain't hosting. Kush all in my lap because he hold don't wanna roll it. I was sliding in the lamb with the power glide. Slime green paint, peanut butter inside. She wanna fuck.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Miss Lovely and I am back with another video, you guys. And I'm currently sitting in the car and I have been asked by not one subscriber but two of my subscribers actually hit me up and asked for marital advice. Y'all, I don't feel like I'm worthy enough to give marital advice. But I can always be an encouragement to other younger married people. And yes, I'm on here with no makeup on, dry-faced it and all, but you know, it's all good in the hood, okay? But whatever, I still look pretty good, okay? I didn't even curl my hair this morning, but this is what we get, okay? But anyway, so I have been asked the question as to marital advice, being a young couple, and I have been married once before prior to my marriage that I am in now. And I can only basically go off of experience and, you know, and go off of an idol couple that I admire, which is my parents, because my parents have been married for over 40 years. They're my ideal couple, and I can really just go off of what I've seen them, how I've seen them over the years and past experiences that I've gone through. I will tell you first things first, that no marriage is perfect. There's always going to be obstacles. You're going to always have to keep learning about each other. You will have to realize that there is no perfect man, such as we are no perfect woman. However, finding a person that is perfect for you is generally how it works. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not perfect and my husband isn't perfect, but however, we're perfect for each other. It's only one perfect person that walked this earth, and that was God. So you always first and foremost have to keep that in mind. There's going to always be something that we as wives can always improve in, and there is always things that our husbands can improve in as well. I would more so say, in order for you, once you are married, to always and first keep God first in everything that you do. Make sure that you and him are at least try to be on the same page spiritually, because that's the only way that's going to work. If you're not at least on the same page spiritually, at least try to get there. Sometimes we as women are a little bit more in tune with our spiritual side than our husbands, and that is okay. But we can always teach them and show them how, you know, things on the spiritual realm of things. You get what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer that you can always mold and kind of shape a man into how to love you and how to treat you and how to take care of you and things like that. I'm a definitely firm believer of that. Now, I'm not saying you have a man that's going to always have it together, because we as women don't always have it together. So we always have to understand that it's a two-way street. And back to the spiritual side of things, just make sure that you pray in everything that you do. Make sure that you understand that without God, there is nothing that's going to work. Without God, nothing is impossible. The second thing I want to say is communicate. Communicating is the best key, one of the best keys there is. If you're feeling some type of way and he's not doing something that you're not liking, or he is doing something and you're not liking, or whatever the case may be, communication is key. We have to communicate with our husbands just as well as we need our husbands to communicate with us. Now, we as women are a little bit more in tune with ourselves, just all the way around. Men are not great communicators. They will communicate to the minimum, okay? So sometimes we have to be patient, and we have to really dig a little bit deeper and to know exactly how they're feeling. So therefore, communication is key. If you are any type of inkling that you're feeling about anything, whether it be good, bad, ugly, anything, communicating is key. And also know that your husband is your best friend. Your husband is your ride or die, your real. When you have his rib, understand that your husband is your best friend. He's your concubine. He's your prayer partner. He's your boo thing. He should be everything. And just as well as he is all of that to you, you should be all of that to him as well. Once you keep God first, communicate well, keep it spicy. Whenever this is your boo, this is your friend, not only your husband, but this is your bestie boo, this is your best friend, this is your everything, this is your man we talking about here. So you want to keep it spicy for your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, always keep it spicy. And when I say keep it spicy, ladies, you know what ladies, and if you're a gentleman and you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm saying. Keep it spicy. Don't get so complacent with being bored and doing the same thing over and over again. Men love spontaneous things from us as women. So if y'all out or whatever, just giving an example, if you guys are out and you wearing a dress and it's just you and him, y'all doing, whatever the case may be, keep it spicy. One day y'all might be riding down the street and you might be feeling a little frisky. Who's to say you might just don't want to pull over, and do what you do. I mean, just keep it spicy. And that's just an example of how you can keep it spicy. There are so many other ways that you can keep it spicy. And let me know if you want me to do more of an detailed video on how to keep it spicy. That will definitely be a video for 18 years of older, okay? But you guys get what I'm saying. So definitely keep it spicy with your boo, keep it spicy with your man. I would say another thing to do is laugh. Have a good time with your friend. Have a good time with your husband and with your wife, or whoever's looking at this. Have a good time. The same way you used to hang out with your girlfriends, or if you still do hang out with your girlfriends or your best friends and your cousins or your sisters or your brothers and things like that. Your husband, you should be able to still have fun with your husband. Do a date night every now and then. If you got child care, if you have kids, try to set up a date night and just do whatever it is that you guys like to do. If he likes to play pool, sometimes we as women have to compromise and do things that we don't necessarily like to do because we know that's something that he likes to do. So if he likes to play golf, if he likes to go to football games, if he likes to play cards or do things, whatever the case may be, sometimes we have to, bite the bullet and go do things that they like to do, and vice versa. Sometimes, we as women, we love to shop, and 9 times out of 10, a lot of men don't like shopping like that. Most of the time, men will go in the store. They already know what they're going to get. They're going there and get what they get and come out the store. Well, sometimes they need to, bite the bullet and hold the clothes for us, carry our bags for us sometimes, just support us. That the men, our husbands, will need to support us just as well as we will need to support them as well, okay? If you like shopping, if you like doing hair, my husband hates when I go to the hair store, but because he knows that's something that I like or whatever, so he'll go into the hair store and he'll go ahead and have his mind prepared, like, Lord, she's gonna take forever in this hair store, but I know that's what she want to do. So he'll go into the hair store with me, knowing that it's really killing him inside, but because he knows that's something that I want to do, he compromises and does that. And I know that's just an example of what I like to do. I like to do this YouTube thing. He's not really into YouTube like that. He don't like the camera, but I do. So every now and then he will compromise and get on camera and be with me, and do different stuff like that. So he likes football. When I first met my husband, I didn't like football. I mean, I knew a little bit about it or whatever from my dad liking it or whatever, but I wasn't really into football like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's a fanatic of football. And because I was in tune with what was going on with him, I began to learn football a little bit more. And I still don't know everything about football, but I knew that was something that he enjoyed doing. So I bit the bullet and I basically compromised to know, compromise, because I knew that was something that he enjoyed doing. So it's always a 100. I mean, the saying is a 50-50. I don't believe in a 50-50. I'm straight 100. You give 100, I give 100. And together we will be able to accomplish so much more. We'll be able to conquer the world. So, and that's just a few ways that I can basically say, once you get a good man and you decide that this is the person that God wants you to have, and this is your man and this is your husband, keep it spicy. Communicate with him. Make sure you guys pray, and always remember that this is your best friend. So always remember that you have to be willing to compromise. So once you follow those few steps, then you will be fine. And just understand that, if you want to be spoiled sometime, if you want to be spoiled sometime, it's okay for him to spoil you, and it's okay for us as women to spoil our men, because just the same way as we want our men to treat us like queens, we have to treat them like kings as well. It works the same way. The car goes the same way down the street going, and it works the same way coming down the street as well. So we have to keep that in mind. So just same way we want them to pamper us and take us out on dates and buy us gifts and surprise us with different dinner dates and surprise us with this and do this for us, we have to be willing as well as women, as wives, to do the same thing for our husbands as well. And keep those communication lines open. And once you do those, you'll be fine. And like I said, this is just a quick video. I actually did this video like some weeks ago, and for some reason the footage was lost, and I don't know if it was just not the right timing for me to post a video or whatever. So, and I know I keep fixing my hair, you guys, but it's not curled, and it's hot, and it's getting on my nerves, and yeah. So I'm just gonna do it like that until whatever. But anyway, so yes, I hope this has been somewhat beneficial to you if you're young and married. And I appreciate the compliment that you gave us, and I'm not going to say your name because you already know exactly, you ladies know exactly who you are. But the compliment was, and for those who are looking at this, the compliment was that me and my husband were marriage goals. And I just want to let you know that my marriage is not perfect, okay? My marriage, we're still learning each other. And every day, and no matter how old we get, we're going to always continue to learn about each other. And, he has a different background, I have a different background, but because we love each other, we're willing to compromise and come together about whatever differences that we have. I mean, we really don't argue like that. We don't really argue about much, and if we do argue or we may have a disagreement, it's about something really minor, something that we can really overcome. And just keep in mind that there is no perfect man. You are not a perfect woman, and there is no perfect man that walked this earth but God. And and that's about it, you guys. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. Let me know, comment down below if you want me to do an explicit video on how to keep it spicy, if you know what I'm saying. I'll definitely do that for you guys if that's something that you want to hear from me. But those are just a few tips that I can give on being married, young and married, and in love. Because love is a beautiful thing if it's done and if it's shared with the right two people. And I can definitely say that God has blessed me real good with this man that I have in my life now. And I'm not here to bash my previous husband or whatever, but I was young, he was young. We thought we were ready for it, but come to find out we really weren't. And it taught me some great life lessons being in that relationship. And you know, and I'm kind of glad that I had to go through that, because it gave me some very powerful lessons, and it made me the woman who I am now. And it taught me a lot of things, and I'm very, you know, I'm glad that God allowed me to go through that, because, you know, I'm able to appreciate what I have now. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I don't want this video to be too long. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this video, comment down below, and let me know your thoughts on this video. If you want to add anything as far as marital tips or whatever the case may be. And share this video. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be more than happy to have you be a part of Mrs. Lovely TV. And till the next time, you guys, I'll see you on my next video. Peace.